next up is Tahel. Have I said that right? Tahel is from the ICR in London, and she's going to talk about mathematical framework for detecting changes in immune repertoire of longitudinal and spatial cancer samples. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay. Hi, I'm Tahel. I'm a senior postdoc in Professor Graham's lab, and I'm going to talk to you about T-cell receptors, or TCRs. So we know this interaction between the immune system and cancer is crucial to understanding a person's disease, and therefore I think for this idea of digital twins. Now, as you probably know, TCRs are the molecules on the surface of T cells responsible for antigen recognition and binding. And when they bind, they proliferate, creating an expanded clone. So a kind of a memory of the interaction on the repertoire. And this could be very informative, but these data are typically quite tricky to analyze and model. And there's a number of reasons for that. So the first thing is a numbers thing. There's a huge diversity of possible TCRs. There's far fewer T cells in the body and far fewer still TCRs in the sample. So there's a huge sampling effect. Secondly, these distributions are typical power laws. So most TCRs we see just once or twice, and they're basically either sampled in or out. So typically, the left side of the distribution, we don't see much overlap between samples. Now, for these reasons and some others, a person's repertoire is essentially unique. But we want to know, for samples that are connected, how are they related to each other? So if we think about the three samples, for example, in space, so regions of a person's tumor, or in time, so they can be pre and post treatments or across metastases, we want to know the differences we see in the total number of TCRs, in unique TCRs, diversities, clone frequencies, all these parameters. Are they due to the difference in sample sizes, or is there some genuine biological variation? So the way we propose to answer this is by using a mixed model, where essentially we compare two fits, and that answers the question, differences between the samples, are they explained by the differences in sample size, or is there some evidence for something more? And if so, then what is it? For example, which clones are significantly expanded or different between the samples that lead to this difference? So I won't spoiler it too much, but we basically tried this on simulated data, which worked pretty well. We then tried it on experimental repeats. So this is kind of the next level up. So it's kind of noisy experimental data, but with known ground truth. And finally applied it to real patient data. And this is an example there on the left. So that's from a really rich data set. So that's just one person with multi-region, multi-time point sampling. And in that, each column is a sample, and every color band is a TCR. And just looking at that, you can see there's lots of variation between the samples. But if you look closely, you might kind of see this green clone that persists and a few other things. But if we look at then quantifying the number of persisting TCRs between samples, this is this plot there, then we can see that in 3, 4, 5, 6, which are their metastatic samples, there's dynamics going on there, but there's kind of a more similarity than, for example, the first time point, which is actually the primary tumor. So when we apply the model to that, we get out which of these samples are actually more similar, and the differences we see are due to sampling, or what the differences are. So we can pull out the information of which are the clones that make these samples differ. So that's obviously useful for analysis, but what are we doing next with this? So because we now have this model, we can pull out these kind of statistically robust conclusions, and we have these like rich time series data and technical repeats. Then we're basically able to measure these parameters of the dynamic changes, so things like the rate of clonal expansion or the rate of influx of new clones, and we're now working towards building on this model towards kind of mechanistic model of the changes in immune dynamics in response to cancer. So if you want to know any more, please come talk to me or come see my poster. Thank you very much.